Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Great League Remix team from Seabirdie Move, who wrote in the Discord, which is why I saw the tag. He said, recently subscribed to your channel around the start of season 22. I've just gotten a really good, I'm guessing, EMOLGA during Unova Tour and was thrilled that in your early season 22 video when you said that it had some solid play. But where are the features? Why is no one talking about EMOLGA? I wanted to just test it out. The team did much better for me than I thought initially would. Folks are not respecting acrobatics. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Much love to you and your community. So this is a pretty balanced team, right? You have Pangoro, weak to fighting, EMOLGA is the flyer, and then Amoonguss is a pretty good save swap. I have it on a team probably in the past and what's coming up to. So let's take a look at the battles here. See how EMOLGA performs. Okay, great lead against a Registeel. They're going to probably get out. I mean, they don't have to because they do have Focus Blast, which would one-shot. They try to make a catch on Stunfisk. Which Stunfisk? Okay, also double Steel Team, so double weak to fighting. Opting to not go for the close combats. Just trying to just spam these Night Slashes. And Night Slash comes pretty quick here on the 8 turns. So grab one shield. You mean if they go Earthquake, it'll be a good shield. If they bait Rock Slide, and now it's a little closer. You should get to the move here, but you might need to throw before they get to another move here. Just a Rock Slide, okay, that's not bad. Get out of this matchup. What is it? Pelipper. It is a Water Gun Pelipper, and I guess you have a EMOLGA. So you don't want to give up Switch because you really want to line EMOLGA on this because it is double weak to electric. So those electrics are really adding up. Is clearly some sort of weird water gun or whatever fast move water it has. Shield up a Weather Ball. I would try and catch so you don't take a Zap Cannon. Instant out. Why are we throwing a resisted acrobatics against a steel? And not going into our Amoonguss, which has a Ghost and Foul Play. So I would have done that much quicker and saved that move. Foul Play lands. They'll get a move off, but Focus Blast, Zap Cannon, they're both resisted. So it's not even going to do, maybe they'll do 50 because they're nukes. Oh no, not even. That thing is super low, and then this thing will go out here. Okay, Swampert. Hydros will hurt. And make the catch on the Amoonguss. My only concern is that if they are Swampert into grass, they probably have an answer for grass. Hypno. Well, Hypno is a confusion user and you are poison, so yes, you have a super effective Astonish, and yes, you have super effective Foul Play, but they have stab confusions coming at you here. You will get to a move. Timing's a little off, but I don't really care about that. You just want to get the move off to take them out or grab a shield. That's fine. Pangoro comes in, could be fine. You can probably counter down. You also had the Night Slash. You might have... Yeah, if you got one turn denied, you couldn't do anything. But if you could have CMP'd there, that would have been nice. And now, because you didn't CMP, you just let a full confusion go through. But if they let this go, it doesn't matter. And it is back to the Swampert. Just spamming the Night Slashes. I'll maybe let one more matchup play out. I think you're going too many Night Slashes with Pangoro. I think you need to start going more close combats with this thing. Like, close combat is a nuke, right? And you have a Amoonguss, which is a pretty decent, bulky-ish Pokemon in the back. EMOLGA can put some pressure on. Like, I would start putting pressure on with close combats to try and grab those shields or just, like, take out / do an insane amount of damage. As opposed to just these Night Slashes, which are just like kind of baits. So, unfortunately, that crunch does a lot. EMOLGA is a little on the glassy side. And so you lost that matchup. You lost that matchup because you didn't start. Too many Night Slashes, not enough close combats. Raichu, we are getting the full spectrum in the... your timing's off there. You want to go on the odds there. 1, 3, and 5. We're getting the full spectrum of what are old school Pokemon. Both instant swaps. I guess it was like an instant swap. So lucky for you, you're poison on a Charmer, which is an easy take there. So you grabbed a shield, you easily took switch, you have health. Raichu comes in and is weak to Astonish and Foul Play. So grab the second shield. You know, Electric is resisted, Wild Charge would hurt. Thunder Punch is resisted. Honestly, I don't think it matters with the 2 shield advantage with what you have left here. And Vigoroth comes in. So I would come Emolga. Don't get farmed down here. Just come Emolga. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter with 2 shields. But Emolga obviously would resist the counters. And then you just shield up a Rock Slide and get to the Acrobatics there. But close combat we'll take out here. And shield. And Thunder Shock down. Or if you're at a discharge, throw that, which you're not, but that's fine. Okay, Pangoro into Miltank. Good lead. Roll out resisted. Karate Chop super effective. At best, they're going to have Body Slam. You definitely could take one, so I let the first one go. Looks like you may be able to take another one. And again with the Night Slash, yeah. Like, they do shield, so that's nice. But you're not even, like this one, you're not even faking a close combat. This is just straight Night Slash. Which then you don't apply shield pressure there. Like, and why are we throwing? Okay. Let me break out some statistics for you, because if my face and disappointment and my voice is not given through to you, maybe some statistics will. Okay. Now, yes, I am very much aware that close combat lowers your defense times 2 or 3. And I'll just bring that up in a second here. It lowers it by 2 or 3, which is substantial. So if you're going to be throwing close combat, 2 times. So it's a 2 times defense lowering, which is substantial for an already glassy Pokemon, right? Understood. However, for 1 more Karate Chop, which is only a 2-turn move, you go from a 35 energy, 60 damage move in Night Slash, so 60, 1.71 damage per energy, to a 45 for 120, double the damage, 2.67 damage per energy, right? So it's not even close. Essentially, you need 2 Night Slashes to do the same damage that a close combat will do. And yes, I'm aware there's significantly different moves. One has a chance to boost your attack 12.5%. The other is a 2 times defense lowering. But just think about it from the perspective of like your ability to take out some of those like normal type Pokemon there, right? So you're throwing Night Slash. You essentially need to do 16 turns worth of fast moves. So 8 Karate Chops to do the same damage that you can do in 5 Karate Chops, right? So the damage you can do in Night Slash in 16 turns, you do it in 10 turns on close combat. So with 2 bulk Pokemon in the back, I would focus more on like those close combats, put shield pressure on, and then get out. Now you don't always need to put shield pressure on, but I just think that you're too often not putting any sort of shield pressure on with your timing, and like you're not even faking it. Sometimes you're just throwing Night Slash as soon as you get it. Okay, so he took switch in the 1 shield, very close, which again I wasn't watching, but good alignment here. Having the discharge. Discharge is again not a fantastic move, but it is a super effective move. Sludge Wave would hurt here, so going to match shields here, hoping that it's not a brine. It is a Sludge Wave, so that's actually huge. Frostlass comes in, gonna acrobatics that, and then see if you can Astonish down quickly. You can, which is huge, because now just gotta go for the foul plays, opting to run foul play Sludge Bomb as opposed to the Grass Knot. So foul play, not a super good non-stab move, right? I think it's a net nerf the move. Lower energy, but also lower damage. So not doing a ton, but is quicker to get to. So hopefully we can get another foul play off here and take this out before they take us down. And we do. So foul play will land here. Take them out. Take the match. Okay. Good lead. Make her go. They try to catch. Oh, get out. Get out. Okay. When you are double weak to fairy, I don't care if that fairy is a rock throw user. You get out immediately. I mean, that's not totally true. Like, if it's a carbink, you can definitely stay in a rock throw user. But like, you can't take that charm damage. 2 charms basically delete you. You are double weak to it. I don't think the bait is worth this here at all. No, that's a dumb bait. Sorry. People are like, you can't call moves stupid or dumb and stuff like that. Okay, I'll try. That is the incorrect move. Please do not throw a foul play, which is majorly resisted when you have a super effective Sludge Bomb, which is only 1 more Astonish. That is not the optimal play. How about that, guys? Is that more robotic and nice? Nice catch by your opponent. I would go EMOLGA. I wouldn't get farmed down here because you lowered your defense. So now they are up a shield and have energy. And they just baited your last shield. Yeah, that's right. That is a top left. Okay, Toxapex. Like, I would not stay in this matchup. I would go immediately into Amoonguss. I would not go into my electric Pokemon because as a water Pokemon, they have an answer to this. That answer is grass, but electric flying gives this a lot of play. And goodbye, Trevenant. Altaria in the back. I wouldn't throw a discharge. I would just be going acrobatics here for the exact same reason. Let me bring up the stats here just to show you how much better acrobatics is in terms of energy and in terms of damage. Raw damage and damage per energy. Discharge gets you a 66 damage move for 40 energy, so 1.65, whereas for 55 energy, you get 132 damage. Again, just double the damage for only 15 more energy, 2.4 damage per energy. So 14 versus 10 to get an extra 66 damage. It's a no-brainer for me in that position. Amoonguss does take the Altaria out. Nope, don't throw the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is resisted on the poison. So maybe it does more than a non-stat foul play, but I think just being able to spam more foul plays. If you're only going to get 1 move, it's maybe close. The damage may be more Sludge Bomb resisted than neutral. It'd be very, very close. So that's fine if you're only going to get 1 move. Like 1 move here, close combat makes sense. A Gunk Shot. Thinking you might not get to the move, just throwing the Night Slash, even though I think you were just at it. But Night Slash is enough to take out. Skarmory. As long as it's not some sort of like flying move, you should be okay. You can't go into EMOLGA right away. Okay, Altaria's not the worst answer. Again, never go into the hardest answers. Like if you're against a Skarmory, don't go into a fire. Like Altaria is a great answer to a fire, so they probably had like a fire answer. Clearly they don't have the best electric answer because this is neutral. So it's not terrible. And that's what kind of makes EMOLGA kind of sneaky. The typing is really strong because you offset some of your weaknesses, right? So where electric would be resisted on like grass, acrobatics is a good super effective move for that. Acrobatics is good to cover your ground in most case scenarios. I'm trying to think there's a steel that resists electric, but I don't think so. Unless there's like a steel ground. Oh yes, there is. There is Steelix. So Steelix would just destroy EMOLGA. So there are some Pokemon that could just deal with your moveset, but for the most part, you have enough coverage in the 2. Jellicent comes in. You basically have 2 answers for this. So Night Slash here and Astonish Foul Play on your Amoonguss. Ice Beam does not take out. Night Slash will land here, and then I would instant swap and just Astonish down for like the one you have left. Yeah, I was about to say if one. Yeah, takes it out for the win. Claydol's tough. Claydol's weird. Because Karate Chop's resisted, but Night Slash is super effective, and it does 50%. And trying to make a catch. Catch what though? Rock Tomb would be resisted. Yeah, so you just caught a neutral Rock Tomb as opposed to a resisted Rock Tomb. But the moves are adding up. You need to yeah, it's fine. This is an option. But if they Rock Tomb you again, you would have been 2 times lowered, and then it would have made this next matchup much trickier. But they did not do that. They decided to throw an Ice Beam, which helps us a little bit here. Sludge Bomb is the better damage per energy move, so yeah, keep throwing those in this matchup. Astonish is resisted, so but that is good. Now, where do we go from here? I guess Pangoro. They're probably gonna have like 2 Swifts. If not, they're like really close to a second. Yeah, they do have 2 Swifts. So opting to shield, yeah, that's the only problem here when you let them farm so much on your other Pokemon. And if they let this go, they can just run with shields in the back. Why would you shield that? What do you have left? A Dust Noir? Still though, take that shield with Dust Noir. Do farm down. What do you have left? EMOLGA. Shadow Punch will not take you out. How much energy do they have? Because they're going to need a second one here. And they do have a second one. Yeah, you lost when you let them farm you down here. Which is, again, is a very rookie move. Which is something that I used to do. And you said you only found me like recently. So maybe I haven't had enough time to absorb this lesson. It's funny because I just did my 4th year on YouTube anniversary video where I looked back at my first video ever. And in my first video ever, my tip of the day was do not get farmed down like that situation. Be more aggressive on your swaps. So there's sometimes where you just need to you have to play out a matchup. For example, if you have an EMOLGA, if you're in with an EMOLGA and you take out let's say your opponent has Skarmory and you have EMOLGA and your EMOLGA or it doesn't matter, Skarmory or whatever Pokemon, and you take out their Pokemon, and out comes a Charmer. You have no choice. You have to stay in that matchup with EMOLGA because you need to align your poison, and you cannot align your double weak to Fairy Pangoro. So you have to just let that EMOLGA stay in, go down, and then align with the Moongus, because what happens is if you do instant swap to a Moongus and then they get out, then you have a Charmer on your Pangoro. You cannot have that happen. So in that situation, you play it out. But in this situation, there is only 1 Pokemon left of theirs, and 2 of yours, and you threw your charge move on one. There's no reason to have your opponent do 2, 3, 4 fast moves on that Pokemon if you're not going to get to another move. You just instant swap to the other one, and try and get energy and a move there quickly there. So that's how you avoid. That's when you know the situation of when do you stay in a matchup versus when you get out and start trying to give up switch there. That is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.